Hey YouTube, squadron mates, how you guys doing? Dan the Plastic Man here. Time for a review, and yes guys, my schedule is finally starting to look a little less psychotic, so I should be getting back into something of a normal review schedule as the weeks go on. So, here it is guys. Full Mechanics 1/100 scale Vidar from Iron-Blooded Orphans Season 2. Now, as most of you know, I won this kit in a bet with Shoki just because he didn't believe me when I said that Vidar, the character, was actually Gaelio hiding under the mask. So, I don't know if that influenced my opinion of this kit at all, but let's just say that given my previous experience with the IBO 1/100 line, this one was a shocker. Yes, I have built the Gundam frame as far as the internal makeup of this guy. Oh good lord, how many times? Vidar, the one that I haven't shown you guys yet, Bale is on the way. I built the one for Barbatos Form 6. I built Kimaris, and I built Gujin /Gujin Rebake. So that's 5 times and a 6th on the way for building this Gundam frame. I'm beginning to learn its little idiosyncrasies as I go along. But I gotta say, the detail on this kit is superb. It's not Reborn 100 superb, nor is it Master Grade superb, but I like it for what it is. It beats the heck out of the old no grades, and let's go ahead and stop this when he gets back around here. One of the coolest things I actually like about these, about the Gundam frames and the IBO 1/100 Gundams themselves, has to do with the heads. Now I will say, before we get into the into in-depth review, there's a lot of loose parts on this guy. For some odd reason, mine just does not like to have this stay together. This doesn't like to stay on the chest. But back to what I was talking about. One thing I really like about these 1/100 scale kits is the fact that the eyes themselves are not stickers. They're actual colored pieces of plastic. And for a little idea swimming around in my head, that's going to come in very, very handy. So, let's take a look at the articulation. The head will go down, the head will come up. You can, providing you hold everything right, you can get a little bit of a funky chicken. Not much. You can get a full Exorcist 360, no problem. The backpack thruster binders do swivel because they are on a ball joint. The shoulder, that's going to happen quite a bit, as is that. The arm will rotate beneath the bicep, but with the way the armor is set up on this, because of the way it collides right here, let me get the rifle and all. See where it collides right here? You cannot pivot the shoulder itself a full 360. You got to get inventive with some of your posing, but you do have full 360 below the bicep cut. You do have a double elbow for some really good posing, and then you've just got the typical wriggle wrist. You do get really good side-to-side out of the torso, and you get that insane IBO ab crunch, and even a little bit of a, what do I want to call this? Hula dancer. You get some hula dancer out of there. The hip skirts will move and get out of the way, and you're going to have to be moving them and getting them out of the way because they do get in the way a lot. The hips, I'm also going to, oh boy, here we go with loose parts. I swear for the idea swimming around in my head, I'm going to have to be doing a lot of tightening. So the back skirt will move a little bit. The front skirts will move like so. The hips are on a T-bar, and they will pivot side to side, and then the legs themselves will rotate out, and you can rotate a bit under the hip itself. The knee bend is respectable, but you end up with a really nasty gap. And then you've got just the insane amount of articulation on the feet. So yeah, ankle breaking time. The toes will pivot down, but not until you get the blade out of the way. So you can go like that, or you can bring them up like so. And then you do have the heel spur articulation. Ground poses, oh, for the love of Pete. Ground poses are not going to be, I mean, you can pull them off with this guy, but if you really want him to excel, you're going to have to put him on an action base. And it just so happens that I have one. Let me push this back. Ay, 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 ay. I promise I do not handle these things rougher than Mika does Barbatos. Okay, so here is our standard action base, and you just use, I think this is the smallest of the 3 connectors. Just drop his hip bar in. And he is not going anywhere. Now we've got a couple other accessories. You guys have already seen me show off the rifle. I mean, it's okay. It's a couple pieces here and there, just 2 sandwiches, and then you got the scope that slides over. And you do have a solid pink piece of plastic. Let me tip my camera down here for the scope, which is pretty cool. But at the same time, I'm not going to be having him with this. You do have the rapier, or I think they called it Buster Saber or something like that. But basically, you build the handle and then you drop all 6 blades into the side skirt. And let me see if I can pull this off. I didn't even bother with it because, again, oh, here we go. So, there's the sliding gimmick for the rapier blades. I'll put the handle for the sword onto this one. Just hold on, and there you go. Doggone you, thruster. You are one of the things that is getting glued if I use you. But let's come to my absolute favorite accessory, and for the time being, while he actually looks like this, what I'm actually going to be posing him with, and that is the pistols from the front skirts. They are by far the smallest weapon, but I have a huge thing for dual pistol wielding suits. There's just something about dual wielding handguns, and it's just where it's just like, come on, work with me here. It's like, all right. Oh. He's just like, all right, who wants some? And then I did show you guys the knife blades in the feet and the heels. But yeah, this is how my Vidar is gonna, I'm gonna have a, put him in a pose, and then I'm gonna leave it there. But there's a snapshot review that'll be coming very soon. And then when Bale gets here and gets reviewed, there's a custom coming, guys. I don't know what it's gonna be as far as its looks, but I just know that I'm kit bashing Lupus, Vidar, and Bale. Maybe, just maybe, Lupus Rex. But if I get Lupus Rex, I'm not going to review him. I just want him for that tail. So, did Vidar turn my opinion on these 1/100 scale IBO kits? Because you guys remember, I despised them after Gushan, which was my very first attempt at these. The answer is yes. I absolutely will recommend this kit to anybody. It was an amazing build. You'll need to glue some pieces down just because things like these thrusters on the knees and the calves, these guys right here, they are very, very loose. I do not like how easily the shoulder armor comes off, but I guess that's just because of the way they designed this inner frame. But yeah, guys, I really enjoyed this kit. I highly recommend it. Pick it up. You guys won't be disappointed. Thank you guys for sticking with me. We still have a long way to go to reach the goal of 1,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is May 22nd. As of me shooting this video, we're sitting at 688. So there's a lot of signal boosting that needs to be done, but I believe we can make it, guys. I've got a really... If we make it 1,000 by my birthday, not only am I planning a giveaway, but there's a couple other things I'll be trying. So, if you're new to the squadron, welcome. Please enjoy your stay. And thank you guys so much for being with me. You're the reason I do this. I know I can be a bit of a flake sometimes with consistency, but I'm working on that. So take care of yourselves, guys. I will see you at the next video. Bye-bye.